Yet Indigenous want to stand against Western separation from the federal government's Stockholm Syndrome. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that the people that are wanting to separate, specifically men like you, are condescending in their conversation about it. Maybe it's because men like you, the ones who want to separate, have never once given a shit about Indigenous rights, access to clean drinking water, but all of a sudden it's your gotcha moment to try and get people to agree with you. And the fact is that if you knew anything about Indigenous history, you would know that that is the very method that all of these problems that Indigenous people face today were started by white men like you looking at them thinking that they knew better. So it's not Stockholm Syndrome, it's Indigenous people being smart enough to look at men like you and understand exactly what you're trying to do, and you thinking that they're too stupid to figure it out. You weaponizing what the Canadian government has done to Indigenous people to try and get what you want as a white man. And when the federal government was taking away Indigenous people's land and giving it to people, it was giving it to men like you. You didn't have an issue with it then. Not only that, but it's not like the Alberta government's going to turn around and honor the treaties that have been signed that Indigenous people haven't gotten what they're supposed to be getting. It's not like Alberta would separate and then the Alberta government would go, we're going to honor those treaties and we're going to give you the land. No, because the Alberta government, specifically Danielle Smith, wants to defund things like healthcare and give it to church organizations that don't offer reproductive health, which is like reproductive care for women, which is something that Indigenous women already suffer under the hands of in the current system. She wants to make it worse. She wants to defund social services, social programs, which if you really knew anything about Indigenous people, you would know that essentially Indigenous people are highly socialist. If I were to say that they were any type of party, they would be more progressive, more socialist. They would be far more left-leaning than the Liberals. Think NDP. Why do you think Wab Canoe? And then we talk about issues like murdered and missing Indigenous women. Who's doing it to women? The Highway of Tears, that's on trucking territory? Like, not actually territory, but there's a theory that it's truckers. So no, it's not that Indigenous people are stupid and have Stockholm Syndrome. It's that Indigenous people see through you.